Hello, everyone. We're here to talk about something critical to your academic future, the H-index. This isn't just a number, it's a measure of your sustained academic impact, and learning to enhance it strategically is key to your career success. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover practical, evidence-based strategies you can implement right away. We're going to focus on making smart choices about what you publish, where you publish, and how you promote your work. Let's start by making sure we all understand exactly what the H-index is and why it matters so much today. Before we strategize, we need to nail the definition. The H-index is a single metric that elegantly balances two things: your productivity, or how many papers you publish, and your impact, which is measured by how often those papers are cited. The rule is simple. You have an H-index of H if you have H papers that have each been cited at least H times. Think of it as a gatekeeper. For example, if you have 10 papers, but only 6 of them have 6 or more citations, your H-index is 6. The beauty of this metric is that you can't just publish a lot of low-impact papers, and you can't have one blockbuster paper carry your whole career. You need consistent, meaningful contribution. Now that we know what it is, let's talk about why this number is so important to your career trajectory. You might be asking, why should I care about this single number? The reality is that in today's competitive environment, your H-index is a powerful signal that determines 3 critical outcomes for you. First, it directly impacts your funding opportunities. Grant agencies use it as a screening tool to quickly assess your track record and the likelihood of your research being influential. Second, it is a major factor in career advancement. Whether you're going up for tenure, seeking promotion, or applying for a new position, your H-index is one of the first metrics hiring committees evaluate. Finally, it establishes your academic recognition. A strong H-index signals sustained contribution, which attracts better collaborators and increases your visibility within your field. Ignoring this metric is simply naive, but the good news is that enhancing it is largely within your control through strategic choices, which we'll cover next. Now we move into the actionable strategies, starting with how to publish smart in terms of both venue and topic. The first strategy is to target high-impact journals. This means prioritizing journals indexed in major citation databases like Scopus or Web of Science, and aiming for those in the top Q1 or Q2 quartiles. Avoid predatory publishers at all costs. They will damage your credibility and won't contribute to your H-index on legitimate platforms. The second strategy is to align your research with trending topics. Citations follow relevance, so if your work addresses current, pressing questions in your field, it's more likely to be cited. Use analytics tools to identify emerging areas and look for interdisciplinary angles, which often attract a broader readership. Publishing a well-executed study on a trending topic in a reputable journal is the foundation for strong citation impact. Next, let's talk about maximizing the reach of that work. These next 2 strategies are all about maximizing the visibility and reach of your published work. Strategy 3 is to consider writing review papers and meta-analyses. This is a key insight. Review articles consistently attract significantly more citations than original research papers because they become the go-to reference for everyone entering or working in that subfield. If you're early in your career, co-authoring a comprehensive review with a senior scholar is a fantastic way to boost your credibility and create a publication that will accumulate citations for years. Strategy 4 is simple but crucial. Publish in English. English is the universal language of science, and choosing it ensures international visibility. This dramatically increases your potential citation pool. If English isn't your first language, invest in professional editing or collaborate with fluent colleagues. The investment is worth it because these 2 strategies ensure your work reaches the widest possible audience. We've covered how to maximize reach. Now let's talk about optimization and promotion, 2 strategies that are often overlooked but significantly impact your H-index. Your paper's metadata, the title, abstract, and keywords, is its gateway to discoverability. You must optimize these elements to ensure search engines and citation databases can easily index and recommend your work. Use clear, descriptive titles and include 3 to 5 high-frequency, relevant keywords that align with common terminology in your field. Once your paper is published, you must promote it strategically because visibility drives readership, which ultimately drives citations. Upload your papers to academic platforms like ResearchGate, maintain an active Google Scholar profile, and share your work on professional social media. Every action you take to increase visibility extends your work's reach and increases its citation potential. Next, we'll look at how collaboration and open access can further expand your impact. Building on visibility, the final two core strategies leverage the power of connection and access. Strategic co-authorship is powerful because collaborating with established researchers who have strong networks immediately boosts your work's initial visibility and taps into their existing citation base. Prioritize interdisciplinary and international collaborations. They expand your reach beyond your immediate field and attract a broader readership. The second strategy is to embrace open access publishing whenever possible. Open access articles receive significantly more citations than paywalled articles simply because more people can access them without barriers. If you can't publish in a fully open access journal, upload your accepted manuscripts to institutional repositories or disciplinary servers like AR14. Open access is a direct investment in the future growth of your H-index. These 8 strategies form the foundation, but there are several additional practices that compound your impact. The 8 core strategies are essential, but these additional practices help build a robust and consistent academic profile. First, maintain name consistency across all your publications and always use your ORCID ID. This unique identifier ensures that citation databases correctly attribute all your work to you, preventing lost citations. Second, engage in peer review and editorship. This builds your professional visibility, connects you with journal editors, and deepens your understanding of current research trends. Third, mentorship is a high-impact practice. Supervising students and postdocs creates a network of future co-authors and contributors who will naturally cite your foundational work. Finally, practice strategic self-citation. Citing your own relevant prior work maintains the narrative continuity of your research, but you must be judicious. Overuse raises red flags and damages credibility. Now that we've covered the strategies, we need to address the elephant in the room, the limitations and ethics of using the H-index. We've spent a lot of time on how to improve your H-index, but it's crucial to understand its limitations and the ethical boundaries you must respect. The H-index is not a perfect metric. It inherently disadvantages early career researchers because it's time-dependent, and you can't compare H-indices across different disciplines due to varying citation norms. It's also insensitive to quality. A barely cited paper and a highly cited paper count the same toward the index. This means you must maintain ethical standards. Never engage in citation cartels or artificially inflate citations through unethical means. Self-cite only when the context is genuinely relevant. Remember that the H-index is a proxy. The quality of your research and its genuine impact should always be your primary focus. Don't obsess over small fluctuations between different platforms. Instead, focus on the trajectory. Is your H-index growing? Let's wrap up with a concrete action plan you can implement starting today. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's summarize the key takeaways and give you a concrete action plan. Remember, your H-index trajectory is largely within your control through strategic choices. Start by auditing your profile this week. Create or update your Google Scholar profile and ensure your ORCID ID is correctly linked to all your publications. Next week, be intentional about your publication venues. Identify 3 high-impact journals in your field and review their recent issues to understand current trends. This month, draft a plan for your next research project, explicitly considering both innovation and citation potential. And finally, make networking an ongoing priority. Reach out to one established researcher in your field about a potential collaboration. Building a strong H-index is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, stay strategic, and focus on conducting rigorous, meaningful research. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to take your questions now.